Greetings, kind and gentle viewer. Welcome along to another episode of another online review show. As always, I'm your humble reviewing monkey, Mikie Lavery, and I'm just back from seeing a screening of the movie Pride. Set in the United Kingdom in 1984, after seeing a report on the TV about the striking miners, a young London gay believes that the treatment that the miners are experiencing mirrors that of the gays and lesbians, so he and a group of gay and lesbians start to collect money to help out the miners. When they inform the various groups that have been set up to help out the miners, they refuse their help. That is until a small Welsh town agrees to accept their help. At first, the townsfolk are none too happy to be associated with the gay and lesbian community, but slowly but surely they begin to accept them and an unlikely alliance is born. I'm shocked that more people, myself included, didn't know about this story prior to it coming out. I'm sure that some of the events in this have been dramatised to fit the narrative. However, if I wanted to watch a factual account of what happened, I would have just watched a documentary about this. Pride was funny in places, and at times it was an extremely touching look at two unlikely groups coming together to fight for what they believed was right. This is designed to play to a mainstream audience, so some of the rougher edges have been smoothed out as a result. That is not to say that it doesn't deal with the political issues that the two groups are facing at the time. It just does so in a gentle fashion. I am not saying that as a negative, because it's a mainstream flick, so it was always going to deal with the political issues in this fashion. But I'm glad that the political climate for these two groups was brought up, because if they completely glossed over them, it would have been extremely wrong-headed. My one issue with this movie was that the clock's in at nearly 2 hours, which led to it being a little bit repetitive. If this had been cut back to a 90-minute movie, this problem would have been eradicated. But that's not to say that I didn't enjoy this movie. I found this to be fun, entertaining, sweet and extremely touching. I'd highly recommend that you go out and see Pride. It's a wonderful piece of cinema that also has a great soundtrack that features songs from Dead or Alive, Culture Club and The Smiths. And given the subject matter, omitting those artists from the soundtrack would have been a pretty big oversight. And with that, another episode of another online review show has come to an end. So until the next time I feel like bibble-babbling about bollocks, I'm going to say goodbye. Goodbye.
Secrets